Hello YouTube, I'm Steven. Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. This is episode 53. Can't believe I'm at episode 53 already. I just started this channel like 2 months ago. But I'm buying lots and lots of fragrances. I'm adding these to my collection and I'm showing you them as I unpack them as they come in the mail. And this one I already unpacked. I already took it out of the box because I wanted to tell the seller that I received it. But I haven't taken it out of this pack yet, so I haven't really unpacked it out of the bubble wrap. I'm going to tell you all about, this is my first video where I talk about a Zara fragrance. This fragrance isn't rare or discontinued or vintage. This is a new one. I mean, this has been around for just a few years. But this is an interesting fragrance, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Zara. And you probably know about Zara, but maybe you don't if you're watching this. So let me first show you what I bought here. Let's open this up. So this was one that I bought. I already know the scent, and I'm just kind of, what can I say? I have a big bottle of it already. I'm buying a smaller bottle. I want to keep this smaller bottle to wear and then resell the big bottle that I don't need. I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay. All right, so this one is called Amalfi Sunray, and like I said, it's from Zara. And if you don't know about Zara, Zara is a Spanish designer, and they've been around for a while now, and they make tons and tons of fragrances as well as clothes. You can find Zara stores everywhere. I'm in Japan. Zara is, in every major station there's a Zara. And they have tons of different fragrances. And one thing that you should know about Zara, the fragrances are low cost, and they're usually cloning something. And I'll talk about the clones in a second, but first I'll just talk about this one. The only problem, this one just has a little bit of damage here on the label, but I don't care. Eau de Parfum, and the price that I paid for this is really cheap. So it was 1,500 yen. This was about 11 bucks. Is that right? Yeah, about $11 I paid for this. No, $10. $10 and change. So it's about right. Now, why is this one great? Why is this one interesting? Because, first of all, the scent is pretty cool. What this is this is just a white floral fragrance. It's a unisex fragrance. The notes on this one is just 3 notes. It's orange blossom, it's mandarin orange, and bergamot. That's it. And if you're looking for something that is in the neighborhood of Tom Ford, Neroli, Portofino, this is in that neighborhood, and it's really cheap. I think the retail price on this 40 ml bottle, I think it's like 30 bucks. And this one is used, it's about 90% full, as you can see. See the bubble up there on the top. So 10 bucks, how can you go wrong with that, right? If you don't like the smell. I've seen some people complain that it smells like really strong, like bug spray. But those are people that don't know the smell of neroli or orange blossom. You gotta like that white floral scent. And if you want a cheap but high quality and long lasting, pretty strong white floral scent for the summer or the spring, can't go wrong with this one. So what a lot of people don't know is Zara has a line of fragrances that is made by Jo Malone. And they all look like this. This is the line that comes from the Jo Malone line at Zara Emotions. For those of you who don't know, Jo Malone is a niche fragrance house. I think it's British. And if you go into a Jo Malone shop, if you see any of them, go into a Jo Malone shop. It's very high quality and very fancy, and the fragrances are expensive. A small 30 ml Jo Malone fragrance is like 80 or 90 bucks. A 50 ml is like 160, 170 bucks. And the 100 ml bottle, the full-size bottle, is like $200 or $250. And if you have the chance, sample them. have the person working in the store. They always have staff. You can tell it's an expensive brand when staff, you can't do anything yourself. Staff does everything for you. Have them spray some tester strips of some of the fragrances that Jo Malone has. And Jo Malone has basically high quality unisex fragrances. And pick a couple that you like. Have the person in the store give you one or two, maybe they'll be cheap, and just give you one good spray on the back of your hand. Once you find one that you like, and walk around the shopping mall. And when you go home, give it a sniff and see how long it lasts. You'll notice that, and that's how you should test most of these fragrances when you go to department stores. You can't just go off the paper. What the paper smells like and what it smells like on your skin is very different. You can't tell how long it lasts on your skin from the paper either. You want to know the performance. So with the Jo Malone fragrances, despite the price, they don't last a very long time in my experience on my skin. I've had a couple bottles, and after 4 or 5 hours, it's a very light skin scent. There's no projection anymore. So I was very impressed with these. So in Zara, you can get a Jo Malone fragrance made by Jo Malone that is a Jo Malone quality for a very low price. And that is one of the interesting things that maybe you didn't know about what's going on at Zara. Now, Zara has the men's section and has the women's section. You might have to go into the women's section. The women's section, the perfume section is bigger than the men's cologne section usually. And you'll find these there, all different sizes. They have like a tester set. They'll have like a discovery set or a 10 ml roll-on bottle. They'll have this, maybe they'll have a 15 ml bottle. They'll have a 40 ml bottle. And then they have the big 100 ml bottles, or maybe they're 80. I have one of them here. I'll show you in a second. So, yeah, so I like this one. And I just wanted to show you this. I just bought this because I have this one too. And let me show you this one. Here's a full-size bottle, Amalfi Sunray. Same thing. But it has a black label. And I heard that the black bottle, black label is marketed to the men. I don't know, but I bought this one, I think, for 20 bucks or 18 bucks a few months ago. And again, this one is almost full too. I just don't need this full bottle. So I saw this one for 10 bucks and I bought it. And I'm just going to sell this one for whatever I get for it. See, 90 ml. It's not 100 ml, it's 90 ml. So that's another thing that Zara's doing that actually I don't like, is they're getting a little bit cheap. So basically with Zara, I told you, they're cheap fragrances. They're not always of the highest quality. Actually, before I get into that, let me show you one more that I have from Zara that you need to know about. This is a hidden gem. It's called Ebony Wood. Maybe you've heard about this, maybe you haven't. There's a little bit left in this bottle. I think I bought, this one was half full. I made a decant out of it. I think I got this one for 10 or 15 bucks. This is a real hidden gem. This is beast mode. This is wintertime. This is kind of a vanilla, I wouldn't say it's spicy, but this is a vanilla, maybe amber vanilla, very strong one that's great in the wintertime, in the colder weather. You got to check this one out next time you're at a Zara store. It's very common. Try this one out, Ebony Wood. Again, these are unisex, so women can rock this, men can rock this. Highly recommended. This is probably the best one that they have that I like. So wintertime, summertime. Now, let me show you one more. This is normally what Zara is known for, stuff like this. This is one of the older bottles. This is probably, I don't know, 8 years old, 5 to 8 years old. Zara makes cheap fragrances that are not always high quality, what I was saying before. So they're really a clone house, and a lot of the stuff that they have is inspired by or clone of another popular fragrance. So this one, Zara Manomo. Do you know this? Can you guess what this is a clone of? Well, this is a clone of Paco Rabanne 1 million. So Paco Rabanne 1 million, as you know, one spray of that and really great performance. Really awesome fragrance. And when it came out, it got a lot of hate because it's in a gold bar of a bottle, but it stood the test of time. And Paco Rabanne is kind of a trendsetter, or what can I say, risk takers. They always come out with these funky bottles, these new fragrances. Some people love them, some people hate them. Most recently, you might know about Paco Rabanne releasing the Phantom, and is that what it's called, Phantom? And it gets so much hate because it comes in a metal robot bottle. It looks like a toy robot. And the fragrance is kind of like a sweet and also dark at the same time. It's got, what is it, vanilla and incense and all these strange things mixed together. And to be honest, I tried it at the store. I like it. I think it's fine. The women that I was with, they smelled it, and I asked them their opinion. They said, it's nice, it's interesting, and it's new, they said. But it gets a lot of hate. So back to Zara. If you don't want to spend $100 on a big bottle of Paco Rabanne 1 million, you can buy this. These, if you get these on sale, and they come in a set where there'll be two different ones together, you can get the set for $20, and these end up costing just $10 a piece for a 100 ml bottle. No, they don't have a lot of fragrance oils inside. No, they don't last more than 4 hours. But just give yourself, instead of one spray behind your ear, that's my routine, by the way. I usually do 1 or 2 sprays behind each ear, and then 1 on my hand, and maybe 1 on my shirt, like on my chest. But if I have one like this that I know is weak, I'll just spray it 3 times in each spot. And it will last somewhere around 4 to 6 hours, definitely. And people will smell it. And they smell nice. It's just a weaker version of the original cologne. So here's 1 million. Zara Man Silver. If you see silver, that is an example of a clone of Gucci Guilty. They have another one called, I can't think of all the names right now. There's so many of them. There's another one called Vibrant Leather. Zara Vibrant Leather is a clone of Creed Aventus. And it's actually pretty decent, you know, for a cheap price. I don't think it's better than Club de Nuit Intense Man. That one is the best clone, in my opinion, for the performance and for the dry down. But the Vibrant Leather and the flankers, there's like 20 different flankers of the Vibrant Leather, and each one has a different note. Some of them have more grapefruit, some of them have more pineapple, some of them have more citrus. Some of them are woody. There's one called Vibrant Leather Oud. That's my favorite one. That one is just a little bit more woody. More woody version of Vibrant Leather. So Zara has some cheap clones. Zara has some very high quality fragrances as well. If these were sold in a Jo Malone bottle, they would be over $100 more than the price. Retail price on these is about $55, maybe $25, $30. And if this was a Jo Malone bottle, this would be $250. These things last a long time. I'm telling you, I sprayed this, and I sprayed this 8 hours later. I took a light shower. After the shower, I could still smell it. These things are great. So check them out, Jo Malone fragrances at Zara, and also check out these cheapies, especially when they're on sale and you can get them for 10 or 15 bucks. They don't make, I think they stopped doing 100 ml bottles. They're really getting cheap. Now the bottles have a different shape, and they're 80 ml, 80 or 90 ml. So they're skimping a little bit. But still, Zara is very valuable for people who are kind of just starting off with fragrances and they want to buy a lot for less. Go to Zara and check out what they have. Read the reviews first and check them out. So I recommend this one. I think this one's pretty good as a 1 million clone. There's a couple others I would recommend as a 1 million clone. Cuba Royal, that's $10 for a 100 ml bottle. That one's fantastic. That one What else? I'm going to stop. This is not a Paco Rabanne video. I can do a 1 million video another time. I have a lot of 1 million stuff I can show you. So that's it. Some interesting fragrances from Zara. Thank you for watching, everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video if you think anybody else wants to see my content collecting these interesting fragrances, rare, discontinued, and vintage fragrances as well. Check the channel if you want to check out any of my other videos. And thanks for coming back. I'll see you in the next video.